This guy tried to warn us about Diddy and what was really going on in the music industry more than 20 years ago. And not only was he completely ignored by the public, but what he said ended up costing him his career.
So now you have a rapper who will get turned out by a high-ranking label exec.
He goes by Dbrad, and at one point in time, he was an up-and-coming producer for BET. He would eventually see and experience firsthand what executives like Diddy and his peers were doing to up-and-coming rappers in the music industry.
And we go in the back room, and he's like, nah, come in. It's getting weird. He's staring at me, and I see this man put his hands in between. He starts to rub his thighs.
Now, one of the craziest things about him was he ended up getting a job at Chappelle's show and was there when everything fell apart. So just in case you think he's out here just making up, he said this.
It was like a straight espionage film. They will make you think you're going crazy. They will make you think you're losing it.
Years before, Dave Chappelle said this.
They're trying to convince me I'm insane. Very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind you and say, you're insane.
Now, the most interesting thing he has to say about Diddy and what people like him are doing to up-and-coming rappers in the industry is that everything they're doing has a lot more meaning than what we see happening on the surface. There's also a spiritual element incorporated into everything. Check this out.
It's not that the rapper, that's not it. That's a misconception. What it is, it's about control. See, that's what makes it, that's why you see, like, wow, Jamie Foxx, you would say that? Because they're in a bind, because see, Jay-Z's not, but once you reach a certain level, you have to give something up. There's something that you're going to give up, because you got to be down with that crew. And how do I know? Because it happened to me. That is why I'm standing here talking right now. I reached a certain level in that station. What I'm saying, what's happened is it was passed down to to everyone in the urban industry. So now you have a rapper who will get turned out by a high-ranking label exec because, well, what you gonna do? I mean, if I want to be a rapper and I walk in and the label exec tells me that this is what I need to do for him because, hey, he put my album on when I really wasn't that talented, but they pushed me because they saw that I was something that they could sell. So when you bring me in a room and there's my favorite rapper right there who's in the same room, so that must mean he must have committed the same act as I did. So at the end of the day, depending on where your level is within yourself, you go do it. And it's easy for those of us to sit back and say we wouldn't do it. But the majority of us will never fulfill our dreams. So we'll never be in a position to say what we would or would not do. You understand what I'm saying? We'll never be in that position. Because before I got there, I would say the same thing until I got there. You understand? So I literally lived the devil taking me to the mountain and saying, you can go to the left, you have all of this. And I was there. It was ritualistically done. 3 straight weekends. They do everything in 3s. 3 weekends in a row. Hey, Dbrad, let's go hang out. And every weekend, he kept beating me in the head. Get rid of this Rap City, man. You can do more than Rap City, Dbrad. You can do more than you need to come with us. We go to the joint, we hanging in VIP. Get me everything I want. Then every time we hung out, it was the same way. Then they bring me to the back room. And in the back room, they have this long table with a white sheet set out. I mean, beautiful thing. Look like the damn Last Supper. On one end is Derek Jeter, there's Stephon Marbury. I'm trying to talk to the model chicks. He's like, nah, Dbrad, come on, sit right here. We get inside the limo. We're in the car. The man standing across looking at me like I owe him something now. And while he's doing that, he's sitting there with his legs spread open, rubbing his. Now, I'm in a situation where I'm like, no, what am I going to do for me? So for me, I had to turn that away. But with the hell that I caught after that, I've been homeless. I've had my name destroyed. I was ashamed of myself. I went from being a man to nothing because I would not cross over.